So we just went to Coffee Bean because I wanted a fall drink. I wanted a pumpkin drink specifically, but I won't go to Starbucks for multiple reasons. So we did Coffee Bean. Skylar got a strawberry, it's like a strawberry milk, some kind of like fun themed drink. I forgot what they called it, but it's basically strawberry milk and it looks delicious. Is it good?
I haven't tried it.
Oh, okay. We'll try ours at the same time. Cheers. Cheers. That first sip was mostly foam, but I'm not complaining. I think they put like nutmeg or something on the top. It's fire.
Mine was kind of. Yeah, because like when I took a drink, it kind of tasted like good, but once I swallowed it, it didn't taste that good.
Oh, like
an
aftertaste or something?
Yeah, because I've never had strawberry milk.
What?
I've never had strawberry milk.
I've never had strawberry milk.
Oh my God!
That's crazy. Okay.
Did you not know?
No, why would I know that? Well, we had a new experience today. I wonder if you just have to like mix in more of like, you see all the strawberry stuff at the bottom? I wonder if you just have to mix that. Or if you sip it from here, then you'll get the foam. But now that we have our little drinks, we gotta go to Ulta because I am out of Cheriosa perfume. And like all of my other perfumes are very like sweet and florally, which is great, but I need something for like fall. And I think I want the Cheriosa to be like my fall winter scent. Okay, let me correct myself. I didn't run out of it. I completely lost the thing.
Bruh.
Listen, I don't know where it went. Oh my God, I'm so like upset about it. To be fair, it was very easy to lose. It was very tiny. I'm gonna go to Ulta and I'm just gonna get the big one and hope I don't lose it, because if I lose the big one, I'm gonna have a fit. Skylar, I'm a mess. Alrighty, to Ulta we go.
You have a lovely day.
Thank you. So I'm insane and I decided to go to Coffee Bean at 9 p.m. Why I got a craving for iced coffee at 9 p.m. I have no idea. But I did, so I went because I wanted to have my cute little pumpkin drink while I carved my pumpkin. This band that I like is doing a pumpkin carving contest, and if I'm a play to win. Mind you, I've never carved a pumpkin before, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. I'm winging it. This is the design for the pumpkin. It's gonna be like way more detailed with like shading and stuff. Well, hopefully, I don't know. The goal is to have it be way more detailed with shading and stuff. We'll see how that actually goes. I also completely forgot to get electric tea lights. I don't really want to put a real candle in here because this is a very tiny pumpkin. And I don't want it to like burn the lid or whatever you call it. So I don't know how I'm actually going to light it up. Maybe I'll just put a tiny light in there real quick and then buy electric tea lights later. Also, in the same vein of like, I'm a play to win, I went and I bought a whole bunch of tools to carve this pumpkin. I don't know how many of them I'm actually gonna end up needing, but I bought them anyway. I got the regular like pumpkin carving kit, mostly because I wanted the scoop to scoop out the seeds, but then I saw the size of the scoop and the size of my pumpkin, and that scoop might be a little too big. Like I might have to settle for a spoon. But the other tools I might be able to use. Then I bought a filleting knife because someone on YouTube said fillet knives are really good for carving pumpkins, so I bought that. Thing is, the knife is this big, the pumpkin is this big. I don't know how much use I'll actually get out of this. I think the guy meant for like a bigger pumpkin, but whatever, I have it for later. And then someone also said like loop-shaped pottery tools or whatever, so I got a pack of these on Amazon. So the method to my madness, right? I'm gonna cut out the size that I wanna put on the pumpkin. Then I'm gonna tape it to the pumpkin. And then somebody said poke your design with a needle, so that's why I have my little tomato. If I need to like mark it in, I have brought multiple tools. Obviously scissors to cut out the design. And then someone said you can make your pumpkin last longer by putting Vaseline wherever you cut it. These are my tools. I have my iced coffee. I have my Guillermo sweater. I am ready to carve a pumpkin. it's a few days later. It's actually kind of a lot of days later. I have new nails, if you cannot tell. I kind of like the way the effect came out on this hand better, but one of the charms came off and I need to go get it fixed tomorrow. Also, if I keep looking over here, I'm looking into the viewfinder to make sure it stays in focus, so my bad if that's distracting. Anyway, I wanted to finish up this fall vlog with stuff that I just want to sit here and talk about. In other words, we're finishing this off with a yapfest. First things first, I put some fall home decor around my house and I think it's so cute. Fun fact, all of the like little florally home decor and stuff that I've put up is just like leftovers from my wedding 4 years ago. Recycling. I got married in November. That's a fall month. So the color scheme was already there. Might as well just reuse it. If I look like I'm sweating, it's because I'm sweating. I was just in the kitchen like cooking a ton, but that's going in next week's vlog. Another fun fall thing that I did was I got spooky pajama pants. Well, I guess one is spooky and one is more just cute. But I got these pajama pants. These are ghost face pajama pants. And what's great about these is that I am tall and most of the time pajama pants just don't fit me. They fit like high waters. These go way past my feet. It's so nice. Life hack for the tall girlies, buy a men's 2X and thank me later. The second pair I got is these. It just has pumpkins on them and like, I don't know, I just thought it was really cute. These are my pumpkin PJs. These also fit surprisingly well. The reviews said that they're not tall friendly and the reviews lied. They are very much tall friendly. I am 5'10" and they fit me perfectly. Like I don't feel no kind of breeze on my ankles. They fit comfortably. I have this weird like mark on my foot that I think is a scab or something and I don't know how I got it. Last thing I want to talk about is books. So because it's spooky season, I've been reading spooky books, or trying to read spooky books. They haven't been super great. Some of them I've enjoyed and some of them I haven't. I'm gonna do like a book review at the end of the year of all of the books that I've read this year. These are gonna just be the spooky books, specifically the spooky ones that I have read in the month of October. So I guess this is like a mini review or a preview or call it what you want. Did I lose a book? How does one even do that? That's almost impressive. Spooky October book number 1 is The Ritual. So I decided to pick this up because I had seen the movie on Netflix and I enjoyed the movie, so I figured why not try the book? The movie is nothing like the book. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, I did enjoy the movie, but it feels like these are two completely different pieces of media.
Bruh.
Like the only thing that they have in common is that 4 dudes go camping. I could be misremembering the movie. That's definitely a possibility. But there is also absolutely some stuff in here that was not in the movie at all. That being said, I did enjoy it. It was entertaining. My gauge for like how I decide if a book was good or not is would I recommend it to a friend? This, I think I would recommend to a friend. I feel like it's a decent sized book, you know, it's not too short, it's not too long. It was interesting, it was suspenseful. I think I read it pretty quick too. I think I read it in maybe a week, 5 days, somewhere around there. I'm not like, oh my god, this is the best book ever written, everybody go buy it right now, but it was good and it was entertaining. The second spooky October book was The Chill. This I picked up because it sounded different from the other spooky books in like the horror section. All of them sounded like some dumb kids doing stuff they're not supposed to do, which is how like all of the books and all of the movies sound to me. It's just, oh, some stupid people doing stuff. But this one sounded different, so I decided to pick it up, give it a try, see what it was about. Plus, the reviews on the front are from Stephen King and Dean Koontz, who are supposedly really good authors. I've never read their stuff. I wanted to pick up a copy of It by Stephen King, and when I picked the thing up, it felt like it was the size of a dictionary, so I said never mind. I like reading and I like books, but that was an intimidating size book. Plus, one of my friends said that he can be very verbose at times, which isn't really something that I want to get into. And like all of his books are like a universe and they all tie into each other, and that's just like a whole thing I'm not ready to jump into right now. So I decided to go with a novel by Scott Carson. Quite literally what it says at the bottom, a novel by Scott Carson. This book was weird. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It definitely dragged on at times. Like there were certain points where I felt like the author was just talking about a whole lot of nothing. So that does happen in this book. It was also a little bit hard to follow at times, not so much the plot and the story, but like the map of the town. I so often had no idea where we were. It was hard to imagine in my head the layout of this place. I think the concept was good, but the execution left me wanting more. I didn't feel like the climax of the book climaxed as hard as I wanted it to. Pause. Moving on before I say something else mega sus, would I recommend this to a friend? Probably not. Next book. The third Spurky? No, that's not a word. Oh, Lord. I need professional help. I have professional help. This is me with professional help. The third spooky book of October was this book, Nestlings. Want to talk about a weird book? This book was fucking weird. Like, just trying to find out what kind of creatures these were was so confusing. I was like, what the fuck are they? And then even at the end of the book, I'm like, so what are they? Like, I think this is just some kind of monster creature that the author made up, which is great, but it left me just confused, like, all the way to the end. It also pissed me off twice in the first 24 pages. Because, like, here's the thing, right? When I read a book, I want to be immersed in the book, and I don't want to be thinking about the real world and real problems and real life and stuff. I just want to be in the book. Within the first couple chapters, this book was talking about iPhones and Gen Z slang and Trump and COVID. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I don't want to be thinking about that when I'm reading a book. That really pissed me off. I just want to read this book in peace. I do not want to be thinking about that shit. Also, the main character, the wife, was just really unpleasant, and I don't feel bad for her. Like, she was just annoying. Putting those things aside, it was interesting. It was intriguing. It did keep me wanting to read, like, just one more page, just one more page. You know, you tell yourself one more page, and then you finish the book way sooner than you planned to. That did happen. Mostly out of confusion more than interest, but there wasn't no interest. I think I would recommend that book to a friend, but I would warn them ahead of time. And the fourth spooky book of October, I haven't finished this one yet, but I'm very close, is this book, Demonic Foes. The concept of this book is really interesting, but it is not very well written. It's a little bland. Like, I'm enjoying it because I really like to read about things like demonology and exorcisms, and I also really like science books. So this, like, Demonic Foes is about exorcisms and demonology from the perspective of a psychiatrist. So, like, because those two roads cross, I think it's super fascinating. It's just hard to read. Like, it's very boringly written despite being about a really interesting idea. I am very close to finishing it. I think I'll probably finish it tonight. I want to say that I would recommend this to a friend, but again, I think I would have to give them a heads up that this is not very well written. Interesting book, difficult to read. I like how this is supposed to be a fall vlog and I've just gone full spooky. I've also watched all of the movies in the Conjuring universe. That has been fun. I decided to watch them in release date order instead of chronological order. I feel like people release movies in a certain order for a reason, and I wanted to have that experience before trying to figure out the chronological order of the movies. I'm gonna just quickly run through them. By the way, I had never watched these movies before. This was my first time watching any of them. I had never really been a scary movie person before, and then I got this sudden hyperfixation on demonology, and now I'm watching Conjuring movies. Starting with The Conjuring 2013, fantastic movie, would watch again. Have already watched twice. I thought it was incredible. Annabelle 2014, it was fine. It was a movie. The Conjuring 2 2016, really good, surprisingly. I guess not that surprisingly if the first one was so good, but anyway. Annabelle Creation 2017, way better than the first Annabelle. That's one that I will probably go back and watch again. The Nun 2018, It wasn't totally interesting or uninteresting. It was a movie, I guess. I do appreciate the sacrilegious imagery of, like, a demon taking the form as a nun. I think that's really cool. But it was kind of slow. And again, not to sound sauce again, but I don't feel like the climax of the movie climaxed as hard as I wanted it to. The Curse of La Llorona, 2019, it was good and it definitely kept me interested because from the very beginning of the movie, it felt like there was an emergency. Like, it started up here and it just stayed up here the whole time. What pissed me off was that both of the kids saw it and the mom saw it, and they were all lying to each other and saying it was nothing. Like, dude, talk. It was just really annoying the way that they did not communicate with each other. That got on my nerves. Annabelle Comes Home, 2019. That one was also pretty good. Definitely another case of some dumb kids doing stuff they're not supposed to do. But I felt like for being a scary movie, it was a fun movie, which I know is a weird like adjective to use about a movie about demons and possessed or cursed objects, but whatever. I liked it. The final movie, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It 2021, it was definitely a different type of energy from the other Conjuring movies because it was more of like a mystery, like trying to solve a crime. Not that that's a bad thing, it was just different. Out of all of the movies, so far none of them are better than... Okay, now I'm confused as to what's happening because on my phone a couple days ago, there was also The Nun 2, which we watched. But now I'm asking the internet and The Nun 2 is not coming up. I almost forgot about that one. The Nun 2, 2023. That poor French man. Bro needs a break. He been through too much. Leave that man alone. I was like a little bit confused at the end of the movie. I was like, so was her mom the saint? And then my husband explained to me that her mom was probably a descendant of the saint. And then I felt stupid. Because like that makes way more sense. And why would I even say that? Out of all of the movies in this universe, I still think the first Conjuring was the best one. Like, I don't think anything is gonna top that movie for me. What I will say about all of the movies is that they got really creative when it came to showing the spookies. Like, okay, you know, in the first Conjuring, there's that scene with the bed sheet where it's blowing in the wind and then it like takes the shape of a person and then it hits the window and there's an spooky in there. That I deeply appreciate. Or like in The Curse of La Llorona when she does the umbrella and there's the spooky. The creative filmmaking aspect of it, I do deeply appreciate. And I feel like that was present in all of the movies. I do wonder a little bit if it was a smart idea to watch all of these movies about all of these spookies. Because now I feel like I need to have an emergency kit, like just in case. I need to get me some Palo Santo, I need some holy water, some salt, some lamb's blood. I need a cobija with a tiger on it, some Vaporu. I just got a Jesus candle the other day just in case. Like, I don't know. I be feeling weird now. But I guess that's the magic of modern filmmaking, huh? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this fall, spooky, whatever you want to call it, vlog. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember to be kind to yourself today, and I'll see you later. Bye!